So Simple Beam is arguably the most broken ability on the game right now, or at least one of the most broken abilities that you can get, but it's quite hard to get. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you how to get it and how to use it properly, and you're going to be amazed by the end of the video because it's going to make raids so much easier. And you're going to be able to one-shot every single raid, no matter what they're typing. You'll be able to dominate every raid you come across. It's going to be so good. Let's get straight into it. So Simple Beam is a move that you use on a Pokemon, and it changes their ability to Simple. And what this does is it doubles the effects of like added effects on this Pokemon. So if you was to use Simple Beam on a Pokemon and then use Acid Spray on a Pokemon, instead of taking ×2 their special defense away, it would do ×4. It's absolutely busted. You can use it on allies. So say if you used it on an ally, they use Nasty Plot. Instead of +2 special attack, they would be on +4 special attack. It makes raids amazingly easy. And with just 2 people, 1 Simple Beam user and 1 damage dealer, you can take out every single type of 6-star raid possible. Like, it's so easy. And I just want to say thank you to Link in the Discord, because I got the inspiration from a build that they put in the Tera raid channel that was a Golduck and a Grumpig build. Because there are only 4 Pokemon that can learn Simple Beam on this game: Psyduck, Golduck, Spoink, and Grumpig. But to get this move, you're gonna need to go in Sword and Shield and get it, because no Pokemon learn this through level up or through TM. It's only egg moves, so you're gonna need to breed a Pokemon in Sword and Shield with Simple Beam and transfer it to your Psyduck and then send it over to Pokemon Home. Change the moves on Pokemon Home so it has Simple Beam, and then you want to transfer it to Scarlet. It's a lot of work. I'm going to show you all the steps in this video. So we're going to go on Pokemon Sword right now, and I'll show you just how to get it. So to get Psyduck, we're going to come over to the Tower of Waters in the DLC, and we're just going to be hopping on our bike and heading straight forward until you reach that grass way over there. Now, as soon as you get here, you will find a Psyduck, and what we're going to be looking for is we're going to be looking for a female Psyduck. So we have found our female Psyduck, so all you want to do now is just catch it. Now that you've caught your Psyduck, that's step 1 complete, and now we have to get a Pokemon with a Simple Beam who can breed with Psyduck, and that will be Woobat. Now, the easiest place to get Woobat is going to be Route 4, so fly over to Route 4. You can get it at a higher level in other places, but this is just the easiest place to get it. And then we're going to be going back inside the cave. So once you're in the cave, you just want to keep going back until you reach the bridge, but you want to stay clear of the track because a Pokemon will come through it and you don't want to encounter that. And when you get to this bridge, there's loads of Woobat just flying about and everywhere on it, and you want to keep encountering Woobat until you see a male one. So that one's female, so I'm just going to run from that. And at the top and bottom of the bridge, there are little cave areas which you can find Woobat as well, as you can see right there, so you can even encounter them. So this one's a male, so I'm going to catch this one. Now, the only problem now is your Woobat or Swoobat, whichever one you have, needs to get to level 55 to learn Simple Beam, so we can teach it to the Psyduck that we're going to breed. So you're going to want to go and do a few raids. I did like 5 or 6 raids, got some stuff, so we're just going to use... Oh, no, wrong Pokemon. Just going to use 8 XL candies on Woobat, see where that gets us. Level 62, that's fine. Okay, so here's a Simple Beam, our level 55 move, so we want to learn this. Oh, Woobat's evolving. So you want to get a Woobat or a Swoobat with Simple Beam, because it is in the field group, the same as Psyduck, and then we can breed it and pass on Simple Beam to the Psyduck. And then we want to head to Route 5, which will be the Pokemon Nursery. So fly over to Turffield and make your way to the right until you see the actual Pokemon Nursery. We can't fly in a cave. And you just want to speak to this woman right here, and then you click I'd like to leave a Pokemon, and then just choose your Psyduck and your Swoobat. And then you just want to run around and speak to them every now and then until they give you an egg. So I'll be back when we find an egg. I'd recommend just going back and forward on this bridge, just to the right of it, just because nothing will get in your way. No Pokemon, no people, no anything. Unless you do run into an Eldegoss, but it's not going to happen that often, really. You're in the easily dodgeable. A nice view as well. So we went to the end of the bridge, came back and spoke to the woman, and she said, we found your Pokemon holding an egg. Would you like to take it? You want to click yes. Now, if you do have a Pokemon with an ability like Flame Body, it does go faster, but it's not really needed because we're only hatching 1 egg. So you want to go forwards and backwards to the bridge to the right until that egg hatches. So I'll see you when the egg hatches. So the egg is hatching. That's amazing. It only took like, what, 4 to 5 back and forths, and we got it. I think it's around 5,000 steps. So here's our psyduck. Let's go and check it. And as you can see, it does have a simple beam. Now, don't just transfer it just yet. Now, this next step is very important, so you're going to want to pay close attention, because if you miss it, then you won't be able to get simple beam on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So you want to save the game. Then we're going to quit down Pokemon Sword, and we are going to load up Pokemon Home. So we're going to do that right now. So click on your Pokemon Sword, go to box 2, move your psyduck inside your Pokemon Home. I'm going to put it in my box 4, and then we're just going to quit. Save and quit. Next up, we're going to be clicking on Pokemon Scarlet or Violet, whichever one you have. And now we're going to be moving it from Home 4 to whichever box you want to put it in. I'm going to put it in a very special box. I'm going to put it in the King Cypher box for now. And you can see there's a yellow circle around it, like a TM thing. So what you want to do is click on Change Moves. As you can see, we only have Scratch and Tail Whip. Now you want to put Simple Beam on it and then come off it. And if you go on its summary now, we'll have Simple Beam now. Now this is a very important step. If you don't do this, you won't have Simple Beam. And then we're going to quit and save. And now we're going to load Pokemon Scarlet up. Now, as you can see, we're on Pokemon Scarlet. This is our Psyduck, and it does have Simple Beam. And the good thing now is you can actually use a Mirror Herb to put it onto other Psyducks, Golducks, Spoinks, Grumpigs, the only 4 Pokemon right now in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that can learn Simple Beam. And this move is just so strong. I will show you some examples in a minute. I have 4 examples, one for physical attackers, one for special attackers, one for a Hyper Beam Pokemon that can actually take out every single type on the game in one shot with Simple Beam, except for ghost types. And then we've got one where we take down a Goodra in one shot, which, as you know, has very high special defense. This ability is just so broken and you need to get it. Now, if you can't do all these steps because you don't have Pokemon Sword or you don't have anything like that, then I will be giving away 1 box of Psyducks with Simple Beam. So that will be 30 Psyducks with Simple Beam. Just come join the Discord and I'll be giving them away there. Link to the Discord will be in the description. It will be in the Terra Raid channel. And then everyone can just kind of share it, the Simple Beam with each other, and we can get more people using Simple Beam because it makes raids just so much easier. Now we're going to get into those 4 raid examples right now, so I'll see you in the first raid. Now before we actually get into it, I want to say there are a few abilities that do negate this move being used on them. Pokemon with special abilities like, say, Slacking with Truant, for example, Arceus with its multi-type, or the Calyrex with its As-1, where it's got 2 different abilities. That cannot be changed. It's just stuff like this, but most Pokemon can have this used on them. Let's get into it. Now, if you want to know the actual build I use for these raids, I use Golduck. The Tera type, just leave it like water, it doesn't really matter. The item you're going to want to put on this is going to be Leftovers. I don't have one of mine right now. You want to go with Chilling Water, Helping Hand, Simple Beam, and Screech. After you use Simple Beam, Screech lowers their defense by 4 stages. Chilling Water lowers their attack by 2 stages. Helping Hand powers up your ally after you use Simple Beam on them and help them set up or help them make the enemy's defenses weak. And then your Helping Hand, they one-shot. It's an easy raid. You're going to want to max your special defense and then put the rest in HP, unless you have 2 separate ones, one for defense and HP, one for special defense and HP. That's completely up to you. And that's all that really matters. Ability-wise, it doesn't matter too much. Let's get into the raids. So I just want to say thank you to Presno, who helped me out in all of these raids. Now, the first raid is going to be a physical attacking example. Koraidon, in the Pokemon we're going to be playing, is going to be a 6-star Steel-type Digalga. Let's begin. So first, we're going to use a Simple Beam and change its ability from Adaptability to Simple. And all the Koraidon is going to do is use Swords Dance twice while we use a Simple Beam and Screech. So we use Screech now. Now look at the actual message. It says that its defense severely fell, and that means it went down by ×4. And now we are going to Helping Hand the Koraidon, so it does a lot of damage. And then the Koraidon is going to use Collision Course, and the Pokemon is going to get one shot. It's going to go down easy as you like. And now we can move on to the second Pokemon, which is the Special Attacker. So for the next Pokemon, we do have a 6-star Fairy-type Garchomp, bit more of a difficult Pokemon this time. And we're even going to show it you when we have a Pokemon that's weak to Earthquake, so let's get straight into it. So we use Simple Beam on the Garchomp to change its ability from Rough Skin to Simple. And just because we know Garchomp is an absolute menace, we're going to use Chilling Water, which will lower its attack by 2 stages, as you can see right there. But then Garchomp removes all negative effect from himself, which is unfortunate. And that causes the Gengar to take a full attack Gengar Earthquake again, and unfortunately it gets taken out. Sorry for leaving that in there, Presno, but it has to be done. Now, Gengar doesn't actually remove Simple when it removes negative effects, so that's a really good thing about this. And then we're going to use Simple Beam on Gengar so we can change its ability from Curse Body to Simple and double all its stat boosts. And after the Gengar sets up, we use Helping Hand on the Gengar, and then the Gengar attacks with a Sludge Bomb, and the Garchomp gets one-shotted. Very easy right there. Now, as you can see, it's very, very overpowered. Now, we're going to move on to a Pokemon, a Hyper Beam Pokemon that's very strong in this. Next up, we tried to find a Pokemon that could one-shot every type of 6-star raid in the game. That solution was Hisuian Zoroark. Very high special attack, Hyper Beam Stab, Focus Blast to take out Rock and Steel type moves. The only problem is we can't take out Ghost types. And on top of all this, we have Fake Tears to lower their special defense and Nasty Plot to raise its own special attack. So this is literally the perfect Pokemon for this. And we're going to one-shot this 6-star Water-type Hippowdon. Let's begin. So first, we're going to use Simple Beam on the Hisuian Zoroark while it sets up with Nasty Plot. Then we're going to use Simple Beam on the Hippowdon to change its ability into Simple. We both get put to sleep, so now I'm going to heal up to wake ourselves and Presno up, and he's going to use Fake Tears to lower its special defense by 4 stages, and then I'm going to use Helping Hand while he uses Hyper Beam. Well, he tries to use it anyway. He did end up missing, so we have to go again next turn. So I'm going to use Helping Hand yet again, and Zoroark is going to use Hyper Beam and just look at its health go down all the way to the bottom from almost full, which is incredible, by the way, because Hippowdon is a bit bulky. Now next, we're going to take it down a Pokemon that has 150 base special defense. Now that Pokemon is going to be Goodra. Now Goodra is a very strong Pokemon, high stats all round, not a weak Pokemon whatsoever, high special attack, very high special defense, rock type, 6-star. Let's see how it goes. We did use a light screen this one particular raid just because Goodra is very strong, so we didn't want to take any chances. This will raise our special defense. We then use Simple Beam on Zoroark so it could get max special attack this turn by using Nasty Plot. We then use Simple Beam on the Goodra so Zoroark can use Fake Tears and lower its special defense. Then we use Helping Hand as the Zoroark prepares to attack. And then Zoroark charges up its Focus Blast and we one-shot the Goodra so easy. Honestly, it feels like cheating at this point. And it's a great way to farm that Herba Mystica. Now make sure to subscribe if you do enjoy this kind of content. We do loads of builds here on the channel. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this video, and now what are you waiting for? Go get that Simple Beam.